The third quarter is where the movie gets back on track. Our heroes succeed in undoing Thanos' mess, only for past Thanos to show up and spoil their fun, in order to retrieve the Infinity Gauntlet. He reveals that he will not only wipe out half the universe this time, but to wipe out everything, and start anew.
He even says he will take pleasure in what he's doing.
Wait, what? No, that was not his character. Thanos set out to do what he was doing because he felt he had to. He believed it had to be done, and he never came across proud of his actions. If it was an alternate Thanos from another dimension, okay, but this is past Thanos from a diverted timeline. It makes no sense to turn his character into a downright psychopath. Seriously, how can you forget your own character not too long after the previous movie?
Well, that's just lazy writing.
But still, we do get a pretty cool fight scene with Thor, Iron Man and Captain America that leads us to a moment that was set up earlier in the series. Remember this scene in Age of Ultron? Well, it finally pays off. But it's what happens next is where it really gets good. Everyone else is beaten, Cap is left standing, and even with Thanos' army invading, Cap does not back down. Christ, even when he's weary, beaten, and completely outnumbered, he never stops being that skinny kid we saw in the first Captain America movie. And that's why I love you, Cap, you beautiful bastard.
You sound like a gay.
While it's looking like the world is doomed, we hear a familiar voice, uttering familiar words. And oh boy, does it get epic!
On your left.
Everyone, like you wanted more?
Avengers!
Assemble.
And the battle is fucking amazing. Yeah, we get a few dumb moments like this. But talk about 11 years of build-up for a satisfying epic payoff. We see callbacks.
Oh,
It's not a hug. I'm just grabbing the tough way.
all right, kid. Good luck out there.
Oh, this is nice.
And fan service. And after minutes and minutes of pure epicness, it ends with Tony Stark sacrificing his own life, using the Infinity Stones to finally destroy Thanos and his army.
And I am Iron Man.
And Christ, I just love the look on Thanos' face as he has no choice but to accept his defeat before crumbling into dust.
Well, that'll stop him.
Tony Stark dies from his injuries, and it's such a fitting end to his character, harking back to this scene in the first Avengers movie.
You're not the guy to make the sacrifice play. To lay down on a wire and let the other guy crawl over you.
I think I would just cut the wire.
Except here, he doesn't look for a way out. He lays on the wire. He gives his life for everybody. It's heartbreaking but so right for his character. The Infinity Saga started with him, and it clearly should have ended with him. After we are shown everybody back home reunited with the people they lost, we move on to Tony Stark's funeral, and the Russo brothers just let the scene play with all the remaining Avengers, even the people Tony had encountered, like the kid from Iron Man 3. They're all there. It's beautiful, poignant, with Real Hero by Alan Silvestri complementing the scene. There's even a couple of callbacks that really hit the feels.
You know, your dad liked cheeseburgers.
We catch up with our characters, with Thor leaving New Asgard to fuck off with the Guardians, which I really hated. Seriously, this guy spent 5 years feeling sorry for himself. He's not even going to make up for his lack of leadership for his own people.
Fuck off! Fucking dick!
But we do get a satisfying end for our Cap, as he takes the stones back to where they were found, only to not come through the time portal. But he is discovered on a bench as an old man. He reveals he decided to live an ordinary life before passing the shield over to Falcon. We cut to a flashback, and we see Captain America with Peggy, played by busty lovely Haley Atwell, finally having that dance.
I'm not crying, you're crying!
Talk about giving a dignified ending to a great character. He can finally go home, relive his life again with the woman he loves. As soon as this ended, the last thing I wanted was more, especially after the epicness of the final act. Yeah, the movie as a whole sagged a lot in the middle and ruined a couple of characters, but the third act gave us the perfect ending these characters deserve. Although I still would have been happy with the nihilistic ending of Infinity War, this was still a satisfying way to close the book on characters that had evolved and were part of our lives for 11 years. So overall, while there are moments that hinted at the disastrous woke direction the franchise would later double down on, this was still a well-earned, epic payoff. A satisfying endgame to end all endgames. So that was Avengers Endgame, and the end of our look back at the MCU's Infinity Saga. Wait, what? This isn't even the last one? Are you serious? It doesn't make any sense. No more now. It ended here. Fuck's sake. Okay, next up, Spider-Man Far From Home.